Hi, it's Big Mom Mulgrew here, and I've got a quick review of Corsair Vengeance K70 Mechanical gaming keyboard for you. This is the version with the Cherry MX red mechanical key switches. I've used it for a little while, just to get a feel for it. It's a really nice feeling keyboard. It is quite quick to adapt to as well. I quite like the layout. What I'll do, I will quickly go over the box stuff. If you want to read all the stuff on the box, all I'm going to do is going to get it in focus, and then I'm going to drop the box out of the way, and we'll get on with showing the keyboard. So just let me find which one's the English one. Right, so like I say, I'll get it in focus and then move on. I'm not going to show every language, so I do apologise if you read another language. You know, this is an English video, and I don't want to spend too much time going over like literally everything. Right, so I mean, it comes quite well packaged in a lovely, nice thick cardboard box. It comes with 2 sets of keys, which is quite a lovely feature for this keyboard. I just get it back in focus. Yeah, it comes with 2 sets of keys. So if I get this lot out, we've got 2 sets of W, A, S and D keys, and 1 to 6. We've got a set of red ones, and we've got the standard ones. Now the red ones are contoured, so it's to allow you to see to feel where your finger is on the keyboard, which is it's a really nice feature to be able to feel that all the time. It does help. If I just pull one of these off, you'll see what I mean. Now it comes with this key puller. They're dead easy to swap. All you do is you push down and then pull. And then if you can see, get that in focus, you see how this is the 6 key and it's got this slight contour. If I pull up the 1, if I hold them up, you see what I mean about them having this sort of contoured shape. The W, A, S and D are the same, and all you do when you want to put them back on the keyboard, you just put them in place and press. There's no click, they just sort of slide into place if you put them in the right place. Dead easy to do. The keyboard itself does feel nice and high quality. As with most of Corsair stuff, it looks very polished, but it's not massively flashy. It's all about function, and it's a comfortable keyboard to use. It's not particularly loud. Obviously it's mechanical, so there is going to be a bit of a click, but it's not loud. It's got, I do very much like the volume roller. There's this roller. We've got a mute button up here to mute, and then a little roller for the volume. It's, you know, I mean, every keyboard nowadays has got volume control, but I do really like that one. We've got the media keys up here, as you would expect, and then we've got a lock button for the Windows key. So if you're gaming, you can deactivate the Windows key. We've got a brightness function. We'll show that in a second, and we've got a custom lighting button. Now what you can do, if you hold this button, see it's flashing red. Now what that'll do is you can press any keys you like to toggle them on or off, and it will light those keys up, and you hold it again until the ring round it goes off, and it remembers what buttons you've lit up. So you can have whatever arrangement you like. In this case, I've got 1 to 6 WASD, and then the Shift, Control, Alt, Shift, and Enter keys, because they're the ones I'm using in the game I play the most at the minute. So, which is Dota 2. And what we can do, we can press that button. Just press it once, and it switches between lights, between the patterned lights, or the whole keyboard lit up. And we can also change the brightness. Just let me flick the lights off and you'll see what I mean much better. Turn the lighting down. Now we've got different levels of brightness. There's off, low, and a couple more levels of low, medium, and high. And this does. I do love the colour on this. I mean, I'm more concerned about the function of my keyboard, but I do really like the colour of this red one. There is another keyboard Corsair bringing out with, which was announced at CES, that's going to be able to do any colour in the spectrum and dance and do phases and all sorts. But I do really like red. I would, my personal preference is always going to be for a red keyboard. I do really like the blue one as well, but I don't like pink. It's not me, not at all. But yeah, we've also got on the back of this, we've got a USB port. It's got the cable for this keyboard. It's got two USB ports on it. One is for the actual keyboard functions. The other one is just an extension for that USB. So it makes it easier if you plug in memory sticks in and stuff. You don't have to bend down. No moving your gaming PC around, because let's face it, most of us gamers have got a pretty weighty PC, so we don't want to be shifting it around. And it's just general. It's this sort of brushed aluminium finish. It's a lovely finish to it. The keys are sort of textured keys. The only two things I'd really put as downsides to this keyboard is the wire is really chunky, and I sort of had to bend it straight when I first used it, because it was so rigid. It sort of set in shape, and it didn't want to sort of a little bit of twiggling, and that's fine. That's a really minor point. The other point, if I just pull the number 3 key off, is the coloured keys don't have symbols on them. So we've got, for the normal black 3 button you've got the pound symbol on it. Bring that a bit closer. But the coloured 3 we haven't. Now, I know it's only 6 buttons to remember the symbols to, but if I asked most of you to reel off what symbols are on your 1 to 6 without looking, most of you would struggle to do it. It's not a lot to get used to, and to be honest, if you are typing on this keyboard, you probably want to switch the keys back. But personally, I'd like to have the symbols on here, and then I just never change them. Never. I mean, I like having the option of having the contour keys or the standard ones, but I can't see most people changing regularly. It's just too much of a ball ache to change regularly. I imagine what most gamers will do is the same as what I would do with this keyboard, is put the contour keys on, put the standard keys back in the box, and it will go in a cupboard and never get changed ever. Never get touched again. I say, having the standard flat keys would be more comfortable for typing, but and I do a lot of typing with my work, but still I would just leave the contour keys on. It's just not worth the effort changing them. So I'd like to have some symbols on it. It'd be nice if Corsair put symbols on it, but I think they just went for the standard 1 to 6 just for cosmetics. I mean, it does look a bit nicer without the extra mess of symbols on it, but it's a keyboard, you expect to see symbols on it. But yeah, all in all, it's definitely a good keyboard. I am considering buying this keyboard myself, although I'm going to wait and see what they come out with. The keyboard that they demoed at CES 2014, because they demoed a really nice keyboard there that's not out yet, or at least it's not out at the time we're recording this. And I want the one with the really flashy lighting where I can do like phases and pulses and all sorts. I'll add a link to a video of it in the description. It was reviewed by Linus Tech Tips, I think it was, at CES. There's a couple of other people done videos on it, but it looked really nice. I'd certainly give this quality 10 out of 10 for this keyboard. It's absolutely solidly built. I do find the only thing that I find really weird about it is where you've got the legs underneath. We've got legs at the front for this one as well, so I can sit it like that. And yeah, I've never wanted to have the front of my keyboard higher, but I can see why you may want to. But it's something I've never done. I prefer to have my keyboard like that, back raised, bottom low. But I think maybe I might try it out later. But it's nice. I mean, this has got smooth keystrokes with this keyboard. can't complain. Value for money wise is where it comes into a bit of an issue, because it's £100, which for a gaming keyboard of this quality isn't a lot compared to other gaming keyboards. I think this is pretty good value for money, but obviously to most people a keyboard's just a keyboard, and unless you're a committed gamer, a gaming keyboard isn't really going to be worth it. So I would never give a gaming keyboard above 8 out of 10 for value for money. Definitely not, no matter how good it is. I'd probably give this one 8 out of 10 to be honest, because compared to its competitors it is really, really good. It would have been nice at this price point to have a couple of macro buttons, but there's 100% anti-ghosting on this keyboard. There's the keys are pretty smooth. It feels brilliant quality to use, and knowing Corsair products as I do, I've used them for years. This keyboard will probably outlast me. So that's the thing with most Corsair stuff. It goes with they do have the styling and they do have the flashiness a little bit, but generally it's more about function than anything else. And Corsair for function are brilliant. I love most of Corsair stuff. There's very, very few things I dislike about Corsair. I may well get this keyboard myself. Like I say, I want to wait and see what they bring out with the multicoloured one, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll update you later in a future video. But guys, I hope you found this review and all my usual extended waffle useful. If you have, please let me know. If you've got any comments, if you've used this keyboard yourself, please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you thought of it in terms of value for money, because I quite like to get feedback from other gamers as well. It's not enough of us buy gaming keyboards nowadays. More of us need to get them. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys, and I'll see you all soon in another video.